and welcome to our first live after Sublimation Camp. We are doing some sublimation today. We are going to make some tumblers, and we have a very special guest. So we are joined by Tanna Snow, and her business is actually Simply Snow Designs, but she is representing Creative Fabrica today, one of our favorites for all of your designs. So we're going to use some of their designs, make some tumblers, give you some tips and tricks. Now, if you're in the comments, just comment away. We love seeing your comments and questions about tumblers.
We are so excited to be here. And I feel like getting started, this is like the perfect project if you are just getting into sublimation. It's one of those ones where you can follow like a nice little template and you can just get going and you can make something really cool like when you're first starting out. So I'm excited to get started.
Yes, right. Yes. Okay. So Tanna, do you want to talk about Creative Fabrica and the designs, and then we'll make a tumbler here in a minute?
Sure. So should I walk you guys through the website real quick?
That will be perfect.
Okay, perfect. Let's get that pulled up.
And we have like a worldwide audience today.
Like
noticing
London and Canada.
All right. Can we see it? Is it pulled up?
Yep, we can see it.
Okay,
go for
beautiful. All right. So this is Creative Fabrica. This is the website. You can get any type of design asset here, and it's kind of insane the amount of stuff you can find. My personal favorite section is the font section because I'm kind of a font hoarder, but they have a bunch of different like subcategories. You can go into script fonts, choose any from there. They have different display fonts and, you know, for popular styles, your holidays and events, just unlimited. They have some stock images. You have your graphics. They have paper crafting. Let's go in there real quick. Make countries and travels, just all of this super fun stuff. And it's all included in an all access yearly subscription where you can download anything you want for a whole year. Here we have
there, and you type anything in, and there's like so many designs, it's even hard to choose.
Yes, it's overwhelming in the best way.
Yes.
Over here we have the tools. This is where a lot of their really cool stuff is. They have the new font generator. And then one of my personal favorites is Studio. And it's basically this huge design platform. They have templates in here. You can make invitations. They have a vectorizer. You have the font generator again. All of this different stuff. It's all available.
Studio to like resize my designs, like went in there and resized the design to fit my tumbler. And you can do it right in, you don't have to leave Creative Fabrica, right? So you can get your design, then go to Studio and resize it.
You get to make anything on here. It's really awesome. So they have a bunch of invitations in here, menus, mugs, newsletters. It's crazy. And all of it's within Creative Fabrica.
Oh, Cori, you're muted.
Sorry, my husband was still taking out the cardboard and it was loud.
Oh no.
Sometimes I think Creative Fabrica, like in my brain, it's like, okay, I can go there and I can grab an SVG or a sublimation design. Like that's where my brain goes. But there's like so much more that you can do with Creative Fabrica. I mean, they have their little AI, image builder. They've got that font generator. They just have so many, and like embroidery designs. I got an embroidery machine and I have embroidery designs. There's just so much there when I kind of normally think of it just as a SVG.
I've been watching, there's this creator that got a 3D printer, and they were talking about getting 3D designs for their 3D printer off of Creative Fabrica. And I was like, I never would have even thought to look there. But yeah, just every kind of design.
Yeah, laser designs too. I've gotten quite a few laser designs.
Laser. But here, so I just typed in Sublimation Tumbler, and you can see there's 219,000 results. So take your pick. There's so many options to choose from.
A tumbler for every occasion. That's what you need.
Really, truly though.
More than one tumbler for every occasion.
All right. So do we want to first of all, Cori was going to do a choose the design from the audience. Do you want to go first on
Sure, guys. Okay, so I printed out 2 designs because I couldn't pick one, and I am like in Halloween mode. I'm like done with summer. I don't want it to be hot anymore. So I have 2 Halloween designs. The first one I have here is like these cute little bows and pumpkins and things. That's my first design. And then the second one, obviously both of these are from Creative Fabrica. I feel like these little stamps are really trendy. Like we're starting to see these stamp styles trend. So this one's much like more subtle, but it has little ghosties on the stamps and then these cute little bows. And it's actually kind of like a beige. So not quite as vibrant as this one, but also super cute. So which one should I use, guys? You can go ahead and leave a comment. Let me know while we kind of get started making our designs.
And I have some, mine are not so Halloween-y, mine are a little summery, but I have this one that's kind of like a checkered print with some flowers and some smiley faces, or just a purple one with some flowers. It's like a lavender.
Okay, so y'all can vote in the comments for there too. I could not resist the goose ghost. So I needed a tumbler with this print on it. So when we're talking about trending things, like there are geese everywhere I look, and I need this design on a tumbler. I've seen it on shirts, but the brilliant thing about like you find a design on Creative Fabrica and you can do all sorts of things with it, no matter like it might be shown on a shirt, but I'm going to put this on a tumbler instead and cross your fingers that it's going to be cute.
It's going to be great.
I think it's going to be adorable. I like the idea that it kind of wraps around and you get to see all the different geese. Geese are so trendy right now, guys. They're
so cute. All right. I'm seeing like people say checkered print and smiley faces for yours, Tanna. So you're just going to people do like the goose ghost though.
I know. I saw quite a few people say stamps. So I'm going to go with the stamp one.
I think we're going to do the checkered print.
Okay. And to be fair, it's August 26th. It's close enough to Halloween, Cori.
Absolutely.
Right?
I feel like Halloween especially is like the longest season because we have like the 4th of July. And then other than back to school, we don't really have another holiday until October 31st. So Halloween ends up being this extremely long season. And I'm not sad about it because I am a fall girly. The
other day I said we need to coin the phrase like summerween.
Yes.
So,
yes.
Yeah. So it just needs to go all through summer as well. So someone is asking a question about printing with vibrant colors. So what are y'all's tips on printing with sublimation? Got anything?
I would say make sure your printer is printing clearly. Make sure you run all of your print nozzle, your head cleaning, all of that. That's always given me the best results personally.
Yeah.
And make sure
go ahead, Cori.
I was just going to say the print itself is going to be dull.
Yes.
It's going to be very vibrant when you put it on the design. So like this barely is showing up here at all, but it's going to be a more vibrant beige on my design. But it is one of those things where when you print it out, that's not at all what it's going to look like once it's sublimated.
And yes, Crafty K, you can find goose ghosts all over Creative Fabrica. This is just one example that I found.
They're everywhere.
There are many goose ghosts on Creative Fabrica. So I was going to say about your colors, it may depend on like which printer you have as well. Different tips for different printers. So mine, I like the Brother printer, the SP1. I don't have to do any settings. It just prints. For Sawgrass, be sure to choose the right substrate that you're putting it on. And for your Epson Eco Tanks, if you converted them to sublimation printers, you might need to mess with it a little bit. You might need to try some color profiles and different things to make sure you're getting the colors and the vibrancy that you want.
I have a couple videos on my YouTube channel about color out of a converted Epson printer. And one of those should work for you.
And this is a good question for you, Tanna. So if they get a design from Creative Fabrica, can they sell whatever they make with those designs?
Yes. So everything on Creative Fabrica comes with a commercial license, which means you're allowed to sell those products in a finished manner, which is amazing. A lot of other designs, you have to pay commercial licensing fees. Nope, not with Creative Fabrica. It's all included, which is such a huge thing for small businesses.
Yeah. So as long as you're paying that monthly fee, you're golden, right? So you just keep downloading what you need, using it to create things, and you can sell them if you choose to.
Absolutely.
Mine is just a hair too small. It's very annoying. Okay, I'm going to try printing this other one. I thought I printed these out at the right size, but maybe I didn't.
The first thing I did was clean my tumbler. Always clean your sublimation blank. I'm an over taper. I'm just going to tell you all that right now.
Are you using your little trick, Angie?
So I don't have to with this one because I made it where it just it doesn't quite meet in the back because the background's white. If you're using it, you can show us too.
Let's see. There's a chance I may have printed all of these too small.
Then you won't be using the trick.
Oh my gosh. All right. So the question is, do I print another one? No, I think I may just watch you guys make yours then.
Well, was there one with a white background? There was not.
Okay, I'm just gonna go look for some stuff. You guys chat around.
It's quick and easy. So the trick Cori was talking about is if your design overlaps and you have an overlapping design, you could put a strip of tape on the back and then fold the paper over that tape on the tumbler. That way you don't get like double ink, basically is what that trick is for. You can get like basically a double ink, and it just makes the seam look better. Okay, the other issue I have is getting my prints to not fade at the top and the bottom. So I'm an over taper. Tanna, any tricks on fading at the top and bottom?
So my main thing that I found recently is making sure that it's not overhanging at the top or at the bottom, because if it is, then when it gets smushed, then it's going to leave those little indents in there that it's going to ghost. And obviously that's not what we want. So trying to get it cut as closely to the top and bottom that's my number one tip.
Yeah, I would say that's a good one. And just making sure it's really tight. And I also think it depends on the tumbler brand a lot of times. I find that some of the brands are more tapered almost at the top and the bottom, and I have more of an issue with those. So finding the right brand that works for you, I feel like that's another tip. And someone did ask about the size. Now I'm going to tell you, every 20-ounce tumbler is not the same.
Every single one.
Every single one is different. So every single time I use this tape measure, looks like this, and I put it around and I measure how far around it is every single time. And then I use like a flexible tape measure and I measure the height of the tumbler, every single tumbler. And you might even use this one in a few different places just to make sure you don't have some kind of weird taper situation going on with the brand of tumbler you purchase.
Yes.
Yeah, every tumbler is different, y'all. I cannot give you a template for tumblers.
Every template I've gotten has never fit perfectly. Never.
No. And I think that's people's problem a lot of times, is that they're trying to they buy tumblers from a different place and they're trying to use the same design and that they've already set the size for from like the last batch of tumblers they did, and it just won't work. Will not work. So find you a good brand. And then when you're printing, the other common thing I see is that people don't print to size. So be sure you're printing actual size, 100% zoom, something like that. Make sure it says something like that when you print.
All right, mine is taped up and ready to go.
So you're faster than I am. Okay, do you tape all the way down the seam? Do you also tape the top and bottom or no?
I do the top and the bottom. I take a skinnier tape and I kind of pull that as tight as I can at the top and the bottom. And then I hope for the best.
And it's live, so no pressure or anything.
Yeah, no pressure. It's going to be the worst tumbler ever. All right.
Giving tips, and it turns out awful. But anyway.
Going in.
And I kind of take my like a scraper and like run it up and down just to make sure everything is super tight. That's another tip, just to make sure. And my tape dispenser, this one, has decided that today is the day it's going to not work. So we're also doing manual tape over here.
Mine gets clogged all the time. all the time.
It was getting clogged, and now it's not okay.
It's just done.
Yes. So someone is saying, so you would measure the tumbler all the way around as well as top to bottom, and then set the size. Creative Fabrica Studio is a great place to do that in. Go ahead and set the size, and then download it and print it on your sublimation printer. So you do need a sublimation printer for this with sublimation ink. And then the tumblers have to have some type of sublimation coating on them. So like just a tumbler from the Dollar Tree or something wouldn't work for what we're doing. So the tape measure, this one is from PYD Life, and it is on Amazon. But I mean, if you find a tape measure like this, not that brand, it's probably fine. Maybe put in Amazon tumbler tape measure, round tape measure.
I need to get one.
I feel like they were used for maybe exercise, like losing weight and like measuring, and then someone was like, hey, you know what?
It's a good idea.
So I'm just gonna watch you guys. There's so many designs, but I can't find one that I really like that has like a white background that would make it my life a lot easier right now. So I'm just going to participate with you guys by watching.
Perfect.
Cori, you can. Why don't you scroll through the comments for me? Because they're like going, all 3 channel comments we can see on the side, and I'm also trying to craft. So, yeah. Okay, so Tanna, what type of any brand of tape you like best?
I honestly just get whatever's on Amazon.
Okay.
And I normally get like a large amount of it, so it takes me a while to run out of it. But I haven't found one that I like better. I do like the clear versus the blue. I feel like that's maybe a little bit stickier. I don't know the brand of it, honestly.
Yeah. So a long time ago, I made a tumbler video, and the tape brands I had on hand, I was like testing them to see if any of them, like I want a stretchy tape that stretches just a little bit. And this one's from Artistry, and it worked for that. So every time I make a tumbler, I use this one. So it's the green one from Artistry, and it just stretches a little bit. So when I'm pulling like the paper around, I can like stretch it. Just
yes.
I just realized I bet I could make a mug.
You can. Look, tumbler tips on a mug.
Absolutely. Just got to bake it a little bit longer, but it's the same thing.
Okay. And today I am using the PYD Life tumbler press. Another tumbler press. I don't. You have a pink one. What is yours, Tanna?
Mine is Sublifun, also from Amazon.
Okay.
I have the same one that Angie has that you can barely see here. Is this going to fit in here?
All right. I am. Put this in. For some reason, this is. Of course, this is all wrinkly today. For some reason, I don't know what I've done to my paper.
Do you wrap yours in parchment paper?
So I do.
Cool.
It's actually protected paper from Artistry, but I got the ink on my press one time, and I will not. I have to use paper every time because it was such a pain to get it off. I was like, never again, never, ever, ever again. So wait, you
salvaging my artwork here.
Tanna, did you have a pair of tongs?
I do. Yes.
Those are cute.
I got them at Walmart during Valentine's Day, but I use that to like rotate it halfway through, and then I pull it out.
That is such a good idea.
I cannot sublimate without them.
I feel like I need to go and find I'm just doing a whole different craft over here. I need to go find out my new time and temperature. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to turn on my Cricut mug press. That's what I'm going to do.
Yeah, Jen, I put the paper on mine because like I said, before I have gotten ink on the inside of my press, I was like, nope, not again. So I always use protected paper just in case. And yes, Creative Fabrica does have, that is so weird. I'm rotating it. I'm going to press it again. Creative Fabrica does have no seam tumbler designs. You just need to do like your start one, do like Sublimation Tumbler no seam or something like that to get those.
Seamless, yeah.
Seamless, there you go.
I'm just gonna go ahead and do my second one for fun.
Yes, now you have 2 of them.
I have to wait for my mug press to heat up. I've just decided to completely do a different craft today. So for taping a mug, if anybody cares in the Sublimation Tumbler video, I generally don't tape the top and the bottom for mugs. I find that it's not necessary. I get one piece of tape here and then I'll add some butcher paper because I too have not used butcher paper and soaked the inside of my press with ink. So very easy to do mugs, and I do a lot of mugs. So.
I'm just kind of scrolling through the comments. If you have questions as we go along, feel free to ask them. And loudly, we are done. So loud, it's aggressive. All right, so I am a hot peel person. I don't know what y'all do.
It depends how impatient I am, honestly.
I'm not a patient person when it comes, like I need to see these goose ghosts now. So I'm never patient. I always feel hot. So yes, I have my gloves on. Yes, this is extremely hot. So I used 380 degrees for 60 seconds, and then I rotated it and did 60 more seconds. So a lot of times I put like the seam to the side so I know, and then rotate it to where the seam's on the other side. Just some kind of indicator where you know like how you put it in the press the first time.
Yep, I normally do. I keep my seam straight up and then I flip it straight down for the second one.
Yeah.
Somebody asked if you're doing a design with a white background, is it necessary to tape the top and the bottom? I would probably not tape the top and the bottom. I don't feel like it's necessarily necessary.
My goose ghost, the design is, the background's white, but the design is almost at the bottom and their hats are almost at the top. So I was a little nervous about their hats when it's alive. So I didn't want to mess this up. I mean, maybe I did, but the other benefit with my method for taping one side of the paper is this process of taking this off is way easier because you have that one piece underneath the, I don't know if you've noticed, Cori, you have one piece underneath and you can kind of pull it and all of the things come off. I did not do that because it didn't overlap. So now I have to pull like each of these little pieces.
Each of the pieces off.
And then you, next badge idea for Sublimation Camp. I forgot my protective paper. I like it. So like we're using tumbler presses today because it's quicker and easier for the live, but you could, after you tape this up, you could wrap it in shrink wrap and you could definitely use a sublimation button for these. I don't think you have to have a press. It was just a bit easier with the live video.
Yeah.
Usually just takes just a little bit longer.
Yes.
In an oven, but it does work.
Yeah.
And then Jerry asked where she can find your Sublimation 101 videos. I think we all probably have like how to sublimate everything videos on our YouTube channels, on our individual YouTube channels.
I feel like mine, I mean, if you just go to my main YouTube channel, I think they're somewhere on that homepage. But if not, I mean, you can always email me and I'll point you in the right direction for videos. Not a problem.
So Wally asked for the time. What is the time and temperature for making a mug in a press? I did not look and I went and I got my Cricut Easy Press. So let me go research that for you. I don't know.
Last time I Googled it, my own blog pulled up and I was like, oh, maybe I should know that information. So, but I don't know it. I can't remember it off the top of my head.
It's like 6 minutes. Let me see if I can
find it. It's a long time.
These are going to be cute. I'm like peeking so you can't see. Oh my gosh, it's going to be cute. Okay. Are we ready for the goose?
Ready.
I'm ready.
Okay.
Look at them.
I love them.
They're so
cute.
Yeah.
Well, they fit perfectly.
They really did fit perfectly.
Like it looks like a seamless tumbler, even though it wasn't a seamless design, right? So
Yeah.
So cute.
So cute.
Okay, I'm almost.
Okay.
Yeah. Sorry. Go ahead.
Is it true to leave the paper design on the tumbler so it can continue cooking after taking it off the press? I never do. I am very impatient. It will continue, like when it's really hot, to sublimate a little bit. I don't find that taking it off early or waiting has made that big of a difference for mine. So I just, if I'm busy, I need to take it out and wait a little while, I wait. But I'm usually the impatient lady that has to peel it off with gloves.
If I'm making a lot of mugs, which I do quite a bit for my side hustle, I will not take it off right away. I will actually pull them out of the heat press. I have 2 Cricut mug presses. I will like pull them out of the mug press and set them in front of a fan. And I'll set like 8 in front of the fan until they're all cool. And then I can just whip through taking all of the paper off at once.
All right, my first one's ready.
I
love it.
That is really cute.
So fun.
That is,
and the seam's almost perfect. Almost perfect.
I don't even know if I can see it.
Perfect.
So good. So good.
That is really cute. I love that design.
Fun.
So someone asked about the tumblers in the Cricut mug press. I'm going to hop over here and get my insert things so I can show those real quick, Cori.
Yes, Gwen said that she has a harder time with darker designs, and I completely agree. That with our group of our Sublimation Camp people, we find that people often start with like a black tumbler, and they can be really, really difficult because any type of ghosting is incredibly obvious. So generally, I stick to lighter colored tumblers just because I think that they have much better results.
Yeah, they're definitely the safest option.
All right, so if you only have the Cricut mug press, I have a hack for you. So if you only do the Cricut mug press, a 20-ounce tumbler is too loose in here, but you can buy these like inserts, and they transfer the heat and they sort of fit inside of your press and makes the inside smaller. And I have done 20-ounce tumblers with it. I have a video on it, but basically you press one side, flip it, press the other side. That would be the basics of this. So I have a full video on these. I think these are from PYD Life, but I am not positive, and they have no name on them. So that's what I use.
We just got like 3 really good questions right in a row. So first is from Claudine. How do you use a kitchen oven? And the answer is you do not. And that is because sublimation creates fumes, and those fumes will make it into your food. So you need an oven or a heat press that is not related to food. So if you have a convection oven that you want to use just for sublimation, you can totally do that. You'll wrap it in shrink wrap. We just didn't do that this time. But you don't want to use your kitchen oven because it will create noxious fumes that will get into your food. And then if by chance, if the design does not turn out correctly, is there a way to remove the sublimation and reuse the tumbler? Has anybody successfully done that?
No.
No, I've just epoxied over it.
Yeah, you could epoxy over it. That's a good one. You could, I mean, if it's like a super light design, you might be able to put a super dark design over it. But every time I've tried anything, you could see the design through. So unfortunately, you can ruin a blank. And then
and done.
Yeah, exactly. Can you use a stainless steel tumbler for sublimating? And you can, but it has to have a sublimation coating. Yeah. So a regular stainless steel tumbler, no, but they make them that have a sublimation coating. But be aware that sublimation ink is transparent, so you will be able to see that stainless steel through your design, and it will affect how your design looks. The reason that sublimation blanks are mostly white is because designs become full color on white. Yes.
Yeah, so it does change the look, but some people like that look, so it's okay, it's fine.
Yeah. All right, here's the purple. I just wanted to show you.
Cute.
So cute.
So bright. It's fun.
And that one turned out good as well. Like the purple, even around the top, looks good.
We only had a little bit of ghosting, just a very tiny bit down here, but it's barely noticeable.
Awesome. And Jen did check for me. These are from PYD Life. Thank you, Jen.
Everybody needs a Jen. Just like our own personal Google sometimes.
Oh.
Do we want to talk about Sublimation Camp real quick?
Sure. Go for
it. So while we have you, if you don't have your all access pass to our past Sublimation Camp, or if you are like, I need more of this sublimation crafting in my life, this is a lot of fun. The Sublimation Camp all access pass might be for you. So if you don't have it, you can get it at link.craftingcamps.com/subaap. And you can use the code crafty1 for $20 off right now. So if you don't have your all access pass and like missed the whole camp or missed the sale on the all access pass, now's the time to get it.
Angie, I have a question,
Yes.
technical question.
Yes.
I think you had a different code on there earlier, and I want to make sure that particular code is working. Thought you had Get Crafty one or something earlier.
Oh, did I? Well, that's fun. Hold on. This is why live videos are so much fun.
So much fun.
I will look. How about that?
So somebody asked, what Tumblr blanks do you like the best? Do customers prefer, one or the other? I generally get PYD Life because I feel like they are very consistent in their sizing and their quality. Was I right, Angie?
Yeah.
I mean, I couldn't make a tumbler, but I could remember that very random thing. And yes, somebody did ask, is it okay to drink out of a sublimation tumbler and not use a straw? Yes, that's fine, because once the sublimation has baked into whatever you're putting it on, it's basically cured and it's fine to drink. I'm going to pull an Angie and do this while it's hot, which I don't normally do.
Do you have your mugs hold it so much faster, or like so much longer too, the heat?
So true.
Yeah. Yeah. The tumblers are pretty easy, but the mugs are like hot.
They have a handle, so that's nice. Oh, this is so cute.
Oh, that's
I love that.
I did end up with like a little bit of ghosting on one side. I don't think I got it straight in the press.
Like puffy Halloween. That's what that is, right?
Am I going to be drinking out of this the whole season? Yes, I am.
So cute.
I'm glad I was able to make a project. So I was like, this was such a cute
design. I can put the link for the camp in the chat. It's also all the links that we're talking about are in the description below the video. Yeah. So I will put that in the chat, but just so you know, you can definitely head to the description below the video and get all the links, everything we've talked about. All right. So we finished our projects. We're going to wrap up here. If you have any last minute questions about sublimation tumblers, feel free to ask those in the chat. But let's talk Creative Fabrica before we go. So if you do not have a Creative Fabrica subscription, what are you doing? You can make Goose Ghosts, for goodness sakes. So all the designs we used today were from Creative Fabrica. And seriously, if you were like in your head, you're thinking, I would like to make a tumbler with this, just go search Creative Fabrica. You are going to find it.
Yes, you absolutely will.
Put that up one more time.
And you can get a whole year subscription. I think it's $3.99 a month. $3.99, not like $300 or something crazy like that. It is so inexpensive. Yeah. And the number of things I make from Creative Fabrica is comical at this point. It's a Creative Fabrica showroom in here.
I feel like if I ever want a quick and easy sublimation project, I just go to Creative Fabrica. Like that's the first stop. I get my design. I'm often making in no time at all. So yeah, that's like my place to go. Yeah. All right. So we
got a
did
couple questions.
A few more questions.
Wally asked, do you have a YouTube video of how to use the PYD Life press? And I think both of us have one.
Yeah.
Just search PYD Life on either of our blogs or Tumblr press.
Yeah. Can you hear my dogs? They're very excited. Someone's home.
Oh.
We're just going to keep going. Biggest question, would you recommend a tumbler press or sublimation oven? So you want to like each of us give our opinion? Tanna, oven or press?
I like the press better just because it's faster and it's less work because you have to tape more and do more steps when it comes to using an oven. So I definitely like the press the best.
Cori?
I think I like the press the best, but I do like the versatility of the oven. There's things I can do in an oven that I just can't do in a press, but I don't do those things often enough
Yeah.
that it makes me not want to use my press and use my oven instead.
I know. So that's the same for me. Press is way easier for something that's straight.
Straight. That's the important part.
Yes, for something that's straight. If it's like something weird, I'm going to go to the oven because that's going to be what works. And I could spend, I don't know how much money, getting tons of coils for this, for different sizes and different configurations. But I'm only going to do this huge tumbler one time. I'm going to use my oven. And so it just depends on, like, are you looking for versatility, or are you going to make 100 of these straight 20-ounce tumblers? Like, so I feel like you have to like decide what are you going to do.
Yeah.
And someone wanted to know how you got the ink, or how we got the ink off of our presses. A lot of hard work.
Basically pressing with butcher paper until you couldn't see the design anymore, and then continuing to press, because then you'd think you'd have it and it would still show up occasionally. It's finally off my press, but I mean, it took a lot of work, and it was a really dark design, and it bled through, and I was like, this sucks. So don't do it. Use protective paper.
Someone had, do you have a video for sublimating the Stanley light tumblers? I do. So it's 40-ounce tumblers. I have one for sublimation, and I feel like, Cori, you lasered them, and we did it together.
We did them together.
Yeah, we did like a dual video, and I sublimated, Cori did the laser. So
yeah. Easiest way to size the design correctly. It's hard, because you really need to measure your tumbler, because every tumbler is different. I go for designs that have a little bit of, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, there's a little room to mess up.
Yeah.
So that aren't perfectly seamless, that are going to have a seam down the back, but that, if it's this much or this much, you're not going to notice it because it's overlapping. And I find that if I use Angie's method of taping one side before I do that, and then I don't get the bleed through, that works the best for me, instead of trying to get it exactly the size it needs to be.
Yeah, so one reason I chose this design, because this is a great design for a beginner, someone that if you have never sublimated tumblers before, use this design, something like it, because it looks like it's a seamless design, but you saw it was not. It was like this. It just has a white background, but it makes a gorgeous tumbler, and people are going to be like, well, you're really great at making tumblers. You're really great at picking designs, is what you are. So pick the right design for that first tumbler. And the more success you have, the more you'll learn. Then you can go with the black background, 100% coverage tumbler after you've done like 50.
Yeah.
I completely agree.
Okay, so ovens. I have several people talking about ovens. Yes, you can use like a convection oven as long as you're not using it for food. So you can use like a tabletop convection oven situation. Cori has tried an air fryer, did not like it.
I had like a bucket air, like one that looks like an egg. I don't know what the shape of that is, a basket air fryer. And I did not have very good luck with it. So maybe it was just the air fryer that I had, but
yeah. So any of those, I feel like the convection oven, they're not made for sublimation. They're just made to like move the air around. So it's kind of hit or miss for me, and I had to play around with it, have some thermometers in there, watch out for cold spots. So I do prefer an oven that is actually for sublimation. UID Life makes a couple. I think you have like a J-Trans, Cori?
J-Trans, yeah.
Yeah, so just something that's made for sublimation tends to do a little bit better just because it moves the air around more, I feel like, is the only reason.
What do you have, Tanna?
I have the Maker Flow sublimation oven.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I like how big it is. You can fit a lot in there, especially when you're working with like mugs. I can put 6, 7, 8 of them in there. They take forever. So
yeah, I've seen
them do a lot.
The tumblers are like stacked in their pictures. Stacked in there.
I like the bottom of that tumbler you have there, Angie, because it has the...
Oh, so I put this on while we were chatting, but this brand of tumblers comes with like a rubber bottom.
Nice.
You just stick that on afterwards, and that way it's not like sliding all over the place on the, like when you put it down on a table.
Yeah.
I really like that.
What brand is that?
Do not know. Extra in Angie's sublimation tumbler bin.
I have a.
But this would have been cute with a glow in the dark tumbler.
It would have.
That's what I should have done, y'all.
That would have been really cute.
It would have been so cute. I don't know. Okay. But I have another print and then my tumbler press is out. So
so you're getting yourself a second tumbler today.
All right. Do you think we answered most of the questions here?
I think so.
All right.
So let us know, if you love Creative Fabrica, leave a comment. Just let us know you love them. Get the subscription if you don't have it, because seriously, guys, it's like I live on that site.
Yeah. You can find anything, any type of font, any type of graphic bundle. You can sublimate anything with everything on there.
Yeah, it's wonderful.
Like so many designs. And I see tons of people that say they have a subscription or they love their subscription. So definitely highly recommend. I don't know if I've ever heard someone that says they don't like their subscription, actually. I don't think I've ever heard someone that said
Such
that.
a good value. And it also just helps you be faster, because you're not searching forever for a design that's going to work. You just, pick something.
And I will have to look up where this tumbler is with the bottom. I do not know. I am sorry. It was literally loose in my bin. Like, it didn't even have a box when I pulled it out. So
I've got a closet and it's just,
okay. So, if you're using an oven, someone said no rotating with the tumbler if you stand it up. If I'm using my sublimation oven, I don't rotate my tumbler midway. If I'm using a convection oven, like a kitchen that's meant for to be used in a kitchen tabletop thing, I do rotate, because like I said, I have trouble with hot and cold spots. So no rotating if I use a sublimation oven, but if I use any of the hack ovens, I usually rotate about halfway through.
Really, sublimation is test, test, test. You're just going to spend a lot of time testing, because everything is different. All the variables are different. The amount of humidity in your room matters. The type of print, your printer, the paper, the protective paper, your heat press.
Yes.
You have to figure out what works for you. And that can be kind of frustrating, but also kind of fun, where you're just like, once you nail it, you're like, yes. And then write it down, guys. Don't forget.
Someone asked if the name was on the rubber piece. It is not. They should put the name on the rubber piece.
They really should.
It was not, but I love it. So I'm going to have to look now. Look for this when you purchase tumblers, that they have this included. Look for that, because that's one of my favorites.
That's great.
All right. So if you don't subscribe to Creative Fabrica, be sure to head to link.craftingcamps.com/CF. And we also have links in the description below this video for the font generator that Tanna was talking about. You want to talk a little bit about Clubhouses, Tanna? I don't know if we talked about it.
Let me walk you through it really quickly.
Yep.
Get there.
That way people know that they can do even more with their Creative Fabrica subscription.
Okay. Are we live? Do you see it?
Got it.
There we go. Okay. So Clubhouses. This is a newer feature on Creative Fabrica, and it's basically a dedicated space where you can chit chat with like-minded crafters about all of these different types of topics. So if we want to go into the Cricut section, you can join that Clubhouse. And over here, it'll show you recommended digital assets for Cricut projects. You'll have fonts and different, different graphics and stuff that you can do within Cricut. People can comment, and here, let me see if I can find it. Different topics down here. So you can ask specific questions and get answered by a bunch of different people who know a lot about Cricut or whichever topic that you're working with. Let's see.
Are those pictures like actual pictures of things people made?
Yes, actually.
Awesome. That's cool, because then you can see like what the design looks like. Like I was saying, like the design might show in Creative Fabrica on a shirt, but if you're like in there, you could see it on a tumbler or whatever.
Yes.
Oh, that's really fun. I like that.
So it's like one big dedicated group where you can just chit chat with other people that know exactly what you're going through. You're craftaholics. You can ask questions, get some clarification, or just kind of hype each other up, really. So there's so much to do in the Clubhouses, and it's a good community builder, because not everybody's obsessed with crafting like you. So you can come here and find your people. So
I don't know what you mean at all.
So you can Yeah, that's awesome. So you can sign up for Creative Fabrica and join a Clubhouse. Or if you literally already have your Creative Fabrica subscription, you're like, I've never heard of Clubhouses. Now's a great time to join one and share your creations. All right. So I think that's it. Thank you, Tanna, for joining us and walking us through Creative Fabrica and everything. It was fun. And I have a brand new tumbler that I'm obsessed with.
I made a mug.
Cori made a mug in the tumbler class. We're pivoting. It's fine.
I pivoted, but it's so cute. Don't you want one? Yes, you do.
Shows the versatility of the designs in Creative Fabrica.
So
not only tumblers, but mugs and stuff as well.
This was a tumbler wrap that I turned into a mug wrap. There we go.
Yes.
So thank y'all for joining us. We will be doing these Sublimation Camp live type things for a couple months. So it is the last Tuesday of the month. And if you're on our email list, we will send you a little ping that, hey, we're going to be live, and you can always catch the replay later.
All right. Thanks for joining us, everybody. If you have any questions after this airs, go ahead and leave them in the comments and we will answer them.